What's up, everybody? Hello, my name is Rico, and I'm just here to show you my itinerary when I was traveling Southeast Asia. I'm coming from the States, from the US, so I mean, anywhere you're coming from, Europe or India or Africa, I think Bangkok is a good start to the trip. Without further ado, here we go. Okay, so personally, I wanted to start in Bangkok just because it seemed like a good middle ground. I know it's kind of tough to find a middle ground here. You get to decide what you want to do next. You can either go down to the south to Phuket, down here, or you can go up north to Chiang Mai, up there. The thing is with this whole situation, you can decide on your own what you want to do. However, I spent like almost 2 months in Thailand, and I think it's a really great experience. You can do a lot. Everything's cheap. For $1, you can maybe get 2 meals for $1, even 3 meals for the day for $1. So I mean, honestly, I think it's a really sweet deal to be in Thailand. I went down to Siem Reap. So Siem Reap is now Cambodia. I didn't really spend a lot of time there. Maybe at the most 4 days, 5 days. I don't know for certain. However, there was really nothing to do there except to visit Angkor Wat. From Siem Reap to Phnom Penh, I didn't really spend a lot of time in Phnom Penh. Phnom Penh. The reason why is there's really nothing to do there, to be honest with you. Cambodia in general, there's nothing really to do. In Phnom Penh, though, in history, if you're interested in history, they have the killing fields that had happened, the massacre, the Khmer Rouge is what they call it. There were the killings, the massacre. You can see museums there. And honestly, that's pretty much it. Just look at the schedules because it can be really specific. I'll do a video on that sometime in the future. From Phnom Penh, I flew down to Vietnam, to Ho Chi Minh, down south. The reason why I chose flight is because when I was doing research, watching videos, many people have had issues going through the border from Phnom Penh to Ho Chi Minh, including switching bus lines. Another thing is scammers or corrupt officials who are running the borders. They'll make you pay extra for visa, like stamps. Once I'm in Ho Chi Minh, I spent all my time here. I took a Mekong River tourist basically ride across here. Got to see some more temples. From here, we're gonna move on to Hanoi. There's a lot of things to do in Hanoi, to be honest with you. There's like the parks, markets. There's also a Halong Bay. You can check out Halong Bay. Such beautiful views. If you're into the water, islandy stuff. If you're into the mountains, you can take a bike ride. Some people spend a whole week up there just riding a bike. It's like $300, but they said it's totally worth it. You meet new people. What I did was I went to also Ninh Binh. Super fun. It's called the Red River, and then you can basically ride on a boat. And you see people like paddling, but using their feet. How crazy is that? So that was really nice. And Vietnam, I got sick there, so I spent an extra 2 weeks there. Oh man, it was a horrible experience. Language barrier wise in the hospital, so that was tough. Then I got better. From Hanoi, I flew down to Vientiane. Chan. So Vientiane's Chan's really nice. It's very modernized. However, I was only able to stay in Vientiane. There's a place called Luang Prabang up north, and it's really nice because you see a lot more views. However, I didn't have enough time. I wasn't really interested in that country as much as compared to Vietnam or Thailand. But anyways, moving on from Vientiane, we went over to... When I say we, it's because sometimes other travelers, backpackers who are solo, they want to jump in and go with me, and I said, let's do it. It's a travel culture, backpacker culture. So we arrived to Kuala Lumpur. Here I spent a little bit more time here. We went to Malacca up north, and then also we looked at the islands. Super fun. You can see here is Malacca. You get to see and hang out with the beach with people also, and of course the Petronas Tower. From Kuala Lumpur, then we head over to Singapore. I took a bus from Kuala Lumpur all the way to Singapore. From Singapore, we head over to a big tourist spot destination is Bali. I spent a lot of more time here just because you can do a lot of things. One, you can go to Nusa Penida, Pardon me if I butcher that, but you can go to the islands there, a big Instagram TikToker place. The next one, you can go down to the beaches down the south of Bali. This whole area down south are all beaches. Surfing, if you're interested in surfing, this is the place to be. There's also big temples there. Then, if you're into the mountainous stuff, like volcanoes, if you want to see the Sulphur Mountain, it's also up here. Super cool. And I liked it. There was a lot of things to do. Similar to Bali, now we're gonna head over to the Philippines. Philippines, there's a lot of things to do. So there's like two main places that I would suggest. Is Cebu and also El Nido. So let's go back. Let's go to Manila real quick. Let's go to Manila. So Manila, super nice, very cultured. A lot of colonization that happened there. Rich in history. Everyone's super friendly. But there's a lot of things to do in Manila, especially up north. If you do more research, all these mountainous regions. So if you're going to the Philippines, you probably heard of Cebu and El Nido. So to get to El Nido, you have to first fly from Manila all the way down to Puerto Princesa. And this is what I did. And then you take a bus or van to El Nido, which is up north right here. El Nido Bay. And that's where all the tourists go. That's where Coron is. From there, I took a bus back to Puerto Princesa. I took a flight to Cebu because I wanted to check out Cebu. What's it all about? Never been to the Visayas part of the Philippines, but then I wanted to explore more. I spent, I think, majority of my time during my backpacking trip in the Philippines. I wanted to explore my home country, and then now we end up in the Dipolog. Then I just flew back from Manila, then back to the States, and that's pretty much it. So if you guys, let me see. And that's pretty much it. So, if you have any questions or concerns, you can, message me here, or you can message me on Instagram. I'm more active on Instagram. It's not so rich Rico. If you want to follow that, I'll put a link. A couple of questions that I get, like, how come you didn't go to Myanmar? So Myanmar, at the time, it's right here on the left side. Myanmar, at this time, currently, they're going through a political unrest situation right now. So I've met multiple people here in Thailand and Vietnam, traveling Southeast Asia, and they're from Burma. They're Burmese. They told me don't go there yet because even the airport they can shut it down just randomly and you'll be stuck there. So I wanted to experience the balloon stuff happening there, and I wasn't able to because of the situation. So I took their advice. So again, this is a good spot is to begin in Thailand, in Bangkok, and just do a little twirl. If you have questions, please let me know, and I'll cover a lot of the details in future videos. Thank you.